Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. I thought I would finally give you the video that you all have been waiting for since March. But I wanted to explain a little bit first because I didn't really go into what exactly was happening, and I realized that just now as I was editing. So basically what happened is the house went into foreclosure, and I kept thinking I can just make a payment, I can get out of it, it's fine. The mortgage was in my parents' name. I've been trying to switch it over for 5 years now. I think I mentioned that in a clip. And basically they sent us a letter that said, we are going to sell your house on the courthouse steps to the highest bidder, and after it's sold, you have 30 days to get out. So this is where these first few clips begin. This is just after I realized that that's what was happening, and I full on panicked. I want to say something else before I show those clips, however. Some of these clips I was not able to edit, so I sincerely apologize for that. Every time I would try to edit them, and I've tried multiple times, it would tell me that there was an error. So, anyway, here's the video you've all been asking for. Hopefully, y'all don't hate me too much. It really sucks because I hate moving. I hate it so much. I have so much anxiety just thinking about moving. Mom and Dad left me this house so I wouldn't have to move again, and now I have to move again before I'm even ready. And I don't know what to do. Making this video for sympathy. I don't really know why I'm making this video other than this is my life. And I don't know what else to do. And I didn't want you to be asking me what's going on. I wanted to be able to tell you. I'm supposed to be doing homework, and I can't even concentrate. And I barely held it together long enough to end Tuesday's video. Like, this is, I don't know. Like, I knew this was coming, but I thought, like, maybe we could go make another payment, or, you know, because I did say let's go make a payment at one point, and then I thought it would buy some more time, but anyway, I don't have a plan. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what's gonna happen to her. Nala's probably gonna go with Lacey, so is Daisy. I don't know where Larry's gonna go. I don't even know where I'm gonna go. Like, it's insane. Where do I go? What do I do? Where does she go? So, I wanted to explain what was going on a little bit more. So basically, after my parents died, I contacted US Bank, which is the bank that owns their mortgage, and I explained the situation, and I started the process, and 5 years later, I called them to make a payment because the local one closed, and they said, oh, you haven't made a payment since 2020. And I said, yeah, I did. And I said, what is happening with the paperwork? She said that the executor papers were out of date and I needed to update them or get new ones. And I went and talked to my lawyer, and my lawyer said, you don't need to do that. They're not out of date. As long as the judge signed them, they're fine. And So I said, okay. So I called the bank back, and that's when I learned that I apparently hadn't made a payment since 2020. And I was like, yes, I did. Like, I've been making the payments every month. And so she was like, okay, well, let me check into it and I'll call you back. So a few days later, she called me back and she goes, we know where the money is, but we can't tell you because the account isn't in your name. And I was like, it's my money. It came from my account. And she's like, well, we still can't tell you because the account isn't in your name. So that's what happened. After months and months and months and months of trying to fight it, I was like, I don't want to pay this anymore. Because they're just going to keep telling me that I didn't make payments, and they're going to tell me that the account isn't in my name, so they can't tell me where it is, but they're also not going to help me put the account in my name. Tried to refinance it, and the loan officer said, we can't give you a loan because you don't have enough credit. And so that's why I didn't refinance the mortgage. I know some of you all were probably like, why didn't you just refinance? Missouri has this thing where you can apply, and if you're blind, you can get blind supplemental whatever. And I went to family services to apply for that, and they weren't open, so now we're looking at apartments. Sat through filling out blind pension benefits application form. I have my hand over my because the sun is really bright. And I also filled out an application for food stamps. So, the blind pension, Missouri has benefits for blind people that don't cut into your Social Security or disability, and you go to the Family Services Department and fill them out, and you basically have to wait for a letter, and then you follow the instructions on the letter, and then eventually, if you're approved, you will get blind pension. So that's two people have now told me that I should in fact call the bank and see if they can let me make a mortgage payment. So I am going to try and do that tomorrow, which will be when this video goes up, and I don't know if I'm gonna like record the results of that or not. I don't even know if that's possible. I'm extremely confused right now because as far as I know, it's not for sale yet. They just put it in the newspaper for anybody to claim it, and if nobody claims it, then it will go up for sale at the courthouse. And so I am essentially going to try and do that. What's going to happen with it, I don't know if I'm going to be able to. I might just have to get the only apartment available to me because I don't know what else to do. Willow, do you know what else to do? I don't know what else to do either. So, this house is not in that good of a shape like I mentioned. You guys have seen the kitchen floor. There's other stuff that is wrong with this house that I haven't talked about because I was mostly too upset. But I was hoping that I could at least keep this house long enough to get my credit score up and maybe buy a house so that Willow can have plenty of room to run around, because she won't have that room in an apartment, and I don't even know how I'm going to be able to walk her because my cousin can barely walk her. Not Lacey. Lacey can't walk her. But I don't know how I'm gonna be able to walk her. And that's what I don't understand. Like, that's what I feel like I'm trying to get through everyone's head, and no one is listening, I feel like. But maybe they are, and I just feel that way. But I don't know how I'm going to walk her. Like, if she has to go outside, how would I do that? I called the bank, and the bank said that I was calling the wrong department, so they switched me to another department. And the lady said that she couldn't help me because I was in the wrong department again. And I told her that I had been trying to transfer the mortgage into my name for 5 years, because I have. And she was like, I'm sorry. And I was like, no, you're not. And then she transferred me department, and again, and it said that no one was available to take my call, and that I should call back during business hours. So that's today's little update on that. I didn't want to drop classes, but I don't know how I'm going to pay for internet, so I just went ahead and dropped my courses. I didn't want to. I still don't want to. I would rather take all my courses and be done, because I have 2 semesters left. Not counting the 8-week period I just finished. So technically I have 1.5 semesters left. That's not true. I did not finish this yet. I'm on week number 7. But I'm about finished with this one, so I'm counting it. I called the lawyer first thing this morning in order to make an appointment so that I can see her and we can figure out what to do about this whole house situation. And I also called the bank after 3 times of being told I can't process your payment. No, 2 times of being told I can't process your payment. I was switched to a third person who also said she couldn't process my payment, but she also couldn't tell me any general information about the account because my name wasn't on it. And also that there was a problem with the account, and even if my mom were to be the one that called, which she wouldn't be, my mom is dead, but even if my mom were to be the one that called, she couldn't tell my mom anything. And then she proceeded to tell me about the foreclosure as if I didn't know, and I just let it happen because I was like, how much do you know? So I don't know what's going on with that. There's something weird going on with that account, and no one will tell me anything. So hopefully I can get an appointment with the lawyer, and we can figure that out, because it's very concerning and very maddening, and I don't know what to do at this point. I can't even make a payment. I had an appointment with the lawyer today. It went as I expected. Basically, she said that she thinks that the problem is the foreclosure. She got the letter today too. She's gonna contact the lawyer and see if there's any way that he'll just accept a payment. And she said that the property is mine because the deed is in my name, and that I should be able to just go to another bank and refinance it. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try to go to the bank and see if they will let me do anything. Like, can I get a house loan? Can I get something? Because I need to do something. I am this close to being homeless, and it's really scary. Like, I basically already am homeless, and I did not ever picture that my life was gonna be this way. Alright, so I went to a local branch bank because they've loaned my parents money before, and the loan officer said that they would only fund 80% of the house buying thing, and I would have to come up with the other 20%. which means that if it is a $59,000 house, I would have to come up with $12,000. So that's fun. I don't think I can do that. It's been a while since I updated this video, and basically not a lot has happened. I filled out papers in order to get a loan to buy this house, and then my lawyer called me and said they're willing to settle for $8,000 and you won't have to get the whole thing, but I had already started the process of getting a loan through another bank for this house, basically to refinance it. And I was like, well, I'm just gonna keep going with this process because I want out of US Bank. And I got a call asking for some paperwork. I sent Larry up there with the paperwork to turn it in, and I haven't heard anything since. I just called the lawyer, and the lawyer is going to call the bank to see if they have a time frame, because if not, this house is going to be sold on Tuesday, which will be May 3rd. And I don't want that to happen. It's been a while since I updated y'all, so I'm just gonna do this while we're sitting in the car in front of the insurance office. Basically, last week I had to go sign papers saying that I agreed with the estimates. The bank sent out some roofers to look at the roof, and I was supposed to be waiting on an appraiser from the insurance, but I haven't heard anything on that, so now we're sitting in front of the insurance office to try and get some sort of quote so that I can take it to the bank, because in order for me to refinance this house, I have to have house insurance. And today is the day where we sign all the final papers. Okay, so we signed all the papers, everything is finalized. They're gonna send the bank, US Bank, the payment on Friday, and hopefully they accept it, because they would not let me authorize a payout document to the new bank, because they said that I am not the official executor, because I have to send in the deed, which I'm pretty sure I've already sent in. Could be wrong about that, but I'm 99% sure I sent it in. So, they're actually sending US Bank more money than they need, and they're gonna hope that they'll accept it. So today is Friday, and today is the day that they were supposed to send the money over to US Bank, and I haven't heard anything about them accepting it, them not accepting it. I'll find out something on Monday, and I'll let you guys know. But in the meantime, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video because I feel like it's super long already. So be sure and give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you're brand new, ring that notification bell, make sure it's set to all notifications. I don't know if I have to say that anymore, but I still say it, so, you know. Like my Facebook page, follow me on Twitter, TikTok, and Odyssey, and you can find all of those links on my YouTube page below the About section and down in the description below. You can also send me an email at Stephieonyoutube@gmail.com. You can find that in the About section of my YouTube page and down in the description below. And I will see y'all tomorrow. Bye, guys.